Minecraft, a game that lived more than a decade, the one that fell in obscurity, then brought back from the dead. This simple block game has many players all across the globe. While many players play Minecraft with just itself, called vanilla, there are people that play the game in a different way. People that use mods, created by all kinds of modders, to play modded Minecraft. In particular, there was one mod that gained traction to many. One you build arrays of machines that you have to design yourself in order to unlock, automate, develop your world. Welcome to Create. Create is an awesome tech mod for Forge. Unlike most tech mods that use electricity as their main source power, you transfer powers by rotational force, using shafts, cogwheels, and more. This, along with the fact that Create requires to think about placements with other blocks in order for them to work, makes it challenging compared to, say, Mechanism, with its one block all solution to your problems. Today, we'll take a look at the machines that Create offers and what you can use them for. First off, the mechanical press. Crafted with hefty bits of iron, the press is the gateway to most of what Create has to offer you in the early game, as most machines are locked behind metal plates, which this can make. It can press things right beneath it. Putting a belt or a depot under it will only make the items on that particular device get pressed. It's also the loudest machine you'll see in Create because everything else is very silent. You can also put mass beneath the press. With this, you can automate compacting recipe ones that require 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 in the crafting grid, as well as making blaze cake base, which we'll discuss soon. Second is the mechanical mixer. Unlike other machines in Create, it requires a minimal rotational speed to function, while the mixer can be used to automate shapeless crafting recipes that acts as a gate to brass and chromatic compound, each being the mid and end game material Create. It can also make andesite alloy cheaper. Next up is the mechanical saw. While facing sideways, it will cut logs and leaves, and living things are fortunate enough to stand in front of it. While facing upward, it will act as an automated stone cutter while also processing logs for stripping them and making them into 5 planks each, 25% more efficient than doing it in vanilla. While the stationary variant is not that interesting, if it's on a moving contraption, it will cut down all trees in its path, which makes it easy to farm logs. Next in line is the deployer. It has two modes. The default mode will make the deployer interact with the world as if a player used right click to use one. It can place blocks, strip logs with axe and such. The other mode, which is achieved by clicking the face with a wrench, does a player left click function like attacking and breaking. While on moving contraption, it will try to place down things that in its hands. Mechanical harvester and mechanical plow only works when it's on a moving contraption. The harvester will harvest mature crops on the way and reset them, while the plow will remove blocks without a solid hitbox, like torches and rails, and also till the soil and launch mobs away from it without harming them. Mechanical drill breaks things in front of them. It can break things a diamond tools can, and its breaking speed is determined by the RPM. When on a moving contraption, it will mine out blocks that it comes to contact with. This can make it great mining alternative to mining things yourself. Next up is the Milstein. It's an early game machine that is soon to get replaced by the crushing wheel right next to it, but it still has its uses. Like its bigger brother, Milestone can grind things, even though it's a one-block contraption. It's limited in what it can process and less efficient than the big one. The crushing wheel is a monstrosity that cannot be created inside a normal crafting table. Crafted using 21 mechanical crafters, the crushing wheel, much like a small counterpart, will grind things. However, unlike the millstone, it can grind a lot of items at once. So, if you have loaded items waiting for you to process, the crushing wheel is your friend. Be careful, however, as crushing wheels don't care about what they eat and will destroy your item if you put the wrong item in. Also, it grinds unfortunate souls who walk over the crushing wheel, but that's your funeral. The mechanical crafter is a slightly expensive device made of brass, rose quartz, and a crafting table. They use a rotational power to combine things into output products. The line must be connected or else the crafter won't work. Do note that these crafters can make exclusive items aside from normal crafting table recipes such as furnace engines, crushing wheels, and the extended grip. While it only starts assembling after one fills out the entire slot, a redstone signal can do the same trick without filling out all the slots. Spout is an interesting machine. It doesn't need power and will dispenses inside liquid into the world when a right item comes on top of the depot or belt or etc. below. While it is normally used for pouring liquids inside bottles and buckets, it can be also used for the following: chocolate spouted on sweet berries to make chocolate glazed berries, honey on apple to make honeyed apple, milk on bread to make sweet rolls to the question where the sweet came from, and lastly, pour lava inside blaze cake base to make blaze cake, an item used on blaze burner to superheat the mixer, thus unlocking the final part of Create's progression. Lastly, there are fans. Normally, fans just push and pull airs in front of them, but when you put certain blocks in the stream of air, they gain special property. There are three in total: bulk blasting, bulk smoking, and bulk washing, each used for smelting non-foods, cooking foods, and washing things. Watch out, as hot air can damage. While the fan's RPM does change how far the stream of air goes, it doesn't change the cook time, however. And this is the end for today's documentary of Create. Thank you for watching this documentary till the very end. So, go out there, build, improve, and create.